So remember that argument people can make when you could just have a match and you just don't need multiple months worth of storytelling to tell this story. You just need probably a week and you just need to have them go all out on the microphone. That's what this match was. So I said this on Twitter regarding when it was reported that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were originally set to have a Hell in a Cell match, saying, "Okay, okay, so you can remove all the Logan Paul nonsense they gave it because that was stupid for multitude of reasons, especially since he's a crypto scammer. But that's a different matter altogether. You have to look that up. But the reason why I said Sammy and Kevin Owens should have been given the Hell in a Cell match, one, because that is a storied history that is absolutely warranted. But I said they could fix all the damage they've done to Sammy and Kevin Owens' latest feud was just go out there, get a microphone, and have them go at each other for like 10 minutes and then make the match happen. That is what they did with this match. They had CM Punk and Eddie Kingston go at it for what, 8 or so minutes on the microphone 2 weeks before Full Gear, and I was already like, want it, give me it, hand it over, I need it. Because Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's feud is what Eddie Kingston and CM Punk should have had been given by AEW, that WWE should have given to those two for Hell in a Cell. But Eddie Kingston and CM Punk had this confrontation. Well, Eddie Kingston confronted Punk after he lost it to Bryan out of nowhere during the qualifier tournament. And okay, Eric Bischoff then came out saying that fans will not understand what's going on with Eddie Kingston and why he confronted CM Punk, saying only hardcore fans will get this. And I was like, well, I'm a hardcore fan, or at least I consider myself one, because I don't know what's going on between the two. And I know people say this about WWE a lot. The whole, let's just wait and see if they address it. Why on earth there's the history between them? Why there's seemingly an animosity between the two? And I was thinking, okay, I know WWE has said this multiple times, and it is their fault for why people now hate that phrase, but the let it play out thing was applied here. And unlike WWE, who say, let it play out, I'm sure Rhea's gonna get revenge on Charlotte for that horrible booking idea, and now they have booking remorse about it. Yeah, and we waited a year, and this was when Triple H was saying it, let it play out, and we were all right with that because Triple H, he had earned our trust, and then he stomped on it thanks to Vince, and we never got that payoff, saying that this was all part of an elaborate story, when in reality it was, we gotta go ahead and kill AEW because Vince wants to whine like a little bitch about it. But, yeah. This is the match where you could say AEW did the let it play out and delivered on it. So they gave Eddie Kingston and CM Punk a microphone on Rampage, and I must stress, I think it would have happened on Dynamite, but then the circumstances surrounding Jon Moxley happened and whatnot. So, and Eddie Kingston was apparently possibly sick, and since he was saying he got COVID testings to himself twice in order to confirm if he had it or not. But they went on the microphone and they fucking tore it down. They go ahead and just go for the throat in this microphone battle. And Eddie Kingston did the impossible. He made people boo CM Punk, the returning icon for wrestling hardcore fans. And now he's back, and he's getting booed because Eddie Kingston was allowed to go out on the microphone and just destroy him. And they reference this history, saying how Eddie Kingston was judged by Punk, and how he was mistreated by Punk and whatnot. And it was like, wait, what happened there? That infuriating light over here is really annoying, isn't it? Sorry, his green screen technology is still trying to get used to that. But Eddie Kingston got people to boo Punk because they loved Eddie Kingston as well. And I was like, there's that time. Okay, so he had that feud with Moxley last year. Now he's feuding with Punk. This is the case where I want to say, you gotta give Kingston the world title belt after MJF. The perfect storm right there. MJF, Eddie Kingston, both cutthroats on the mic. You gotta do it. And the story's right there. The spoiled prince who would later become Imperator of AEW. The 1%er taking on the working class. The Eddie Kingstons of the world. And he's fighting for the common man. Like, that's just the perfect storyline right there for me. And Punk... they even said this. They were really making like A. Kingston's the CM Punk of the story and Punk's the John Cena, like trying to reference their feud, because Punk was in that same position where he felt judged and mistreated and disrespected by those who were in higher positions in WWE, and A. Kingston is like, Punk's going to taint the locker room kind of vibe energy he's giving off. And I'm just like, oh god, this is good. This is really freaking good. And sure enough, Eddie Kingston goes ahead and talks about this past between them that we don't know about, but we would later get confirmation what exactly that past was on the countdown, where it's revealed that, and even Dave Meltzer backed this up, and he's saying he was there for it. I believe that was the exact quote he said, but like, apparently there was this moment in the past when Punk was in the independents and Eddie Kingston was just starting off, where Punk called him fat, unsafe, lazy, and whatnot, and it was like, yeah, that was 15 years ago, and they took that story. And here's the thing, I'm sure they're cool with each other now, but I'm pretty sure Kingston wished he could say all this he did 15 years ago. And then in the parking lot where Eddie Kingston and Punk are ready to go to blow. Oh, and then Kingston's like, okay. I'm gonna fuck you up. Only to get tackled into the car by the officials. Like, oh my god, the officials are being assertive. My god, we can't have that. But luckily, we had Ruby Soho to disintegrate the tension. That's clearly what led to the stoppage. And I'm just talking about the build-up. That's how good it was. And then we get the match. Okay, so remember how? So this happened at Survivor Series last night about how Roman was shit talking. I was like, okay. The AEW was doing it a little bit more, and this was the halfway into the show where they were like, okay, we gotta go ahead and unleash all our motherfucking business. Fuck man, fuck, and doing the middle fingers. And I'm like, oh god, we'll get at the halfway point out of potty mouth. And they're just, and Punk and Kingston are just going to war. Like, right before the bell rings, spinning back fist to Punk, and Kingston could have had the match won if he rang the bell beforehand. And then they're fighting, and they're brawling all over the arena. Punk's bleeding profusely, and Kingston's like, and I'm just like, oh, we're doing something here. And Punk has to hit 2 go-to-sleeps in order to take this guy down. That says something, and it's just a freaking fist fight, like, with some minimal wrestling stuff. But I was like, okay, this is a feud that has to continue. This has to continue. This has to continue. We have to get a lights out match. There is no way you can have this match and not think, we need to continue this, and we need to get, when Jon Moxley's back, we need to get him involved, and we need to make it a brutal lights out match between CM Punk and Eddie Kingston. Hell, we can bring Bryan Danielson in it since he's absolutely insane at the moment with his fetishizing attitude, so really, this doesn't really affect him. So, Punk extends a hand to Eddie Kingston, and Kingston's just like, and walks away. Punk's just smiling, but there is a moment where CM Punk during the match does John Cena's 5 moves of doom, and he's just like, and the crowd's just going relentlessly crazy. And, oh god, and he even admitted, yeah, I just want to fuck with people on that. We get the John Cena moment because they're really being a little on the nose with the whole, he's John Cena in this storyline, and Eddie Kingston's the old CM Punk from 2011 that people loved, even when he had that chip on his shoulder with management. And yeah, I'm gonna say this was Punk's best fight to date in AEW. Like that, like I didn't think it would be possible with Darby after Darby and whatnot, but yeah, they managed to top it because the story's there, the emotions are there, the fight is there. This is a great match, and I loved every moment of it. This was like, what, 10 minutes? Like, imagine if they were, and this was a normal singles match. Imagine if they had a lights out match. That would have been brutal. Like, I'm pretty sure someone would have lost it here at that point, with the story and emotions they were giving it on there. Like, you saw this match be portrayed more realistic because of how they were exerting so much energy. They kept collapsing, struggling to get back up. It's just like, oh god, this is so great, with the intense hatred spewing off of them. Oh, man, I'm gonna say it. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, when they were heading into Hell in a Cell, and when it was originally pitched they should have a Hell in a Cell match, they should have just let them do this kind of thing. Get them about 10 minutes in the ring, have the microphone in their hands, curse each other out, then fight, then we make a Hell in a Cell match, and then we get a masterpiece of story history. Sadly, they didn't do that, and Kevin Owens was looking to take a break, and then he came back several weeks later, and everything was forgiven, and then everything moved on after that. Thank God, no wonder he's looking like he wants to quit. So, yeah. Punk, Kingston, congratulations. This was a freaking masterpiece in aggressive arts. Oh, man. Passionate brutality at its finest. Well said, Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. Looking forward to that rematch next year. Woo! I can't wait what's going to happen next. Like, I really can't wait to see what happens next. And I really hope they continue this feud. Like, I think you can keep this going. Just have them fight again. Right now, Punk is gonna do a little fight with QT because TV QT is clearly the worthy match here. Kingston's looking like he's gonna do something else in the meantime, but I want to see these two go at it in the near future. Like, I loved it. I wanted to see it happen again. And if they have to make it a lights out match, so freaking be it. This is a feud that definitely warrants it. So, this was New Reality Entertainment, the WrestleVerse, presenting CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston at Full Gear 2021. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my content in the description below. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace and take care, everyone. Have a nice day.